Ladies and gentlemen, we are back because we know the Del Rosario family will rob this again. So I'd like to really go all out today. Today is March 28, 2025. We are here in the fastest growing city in Oklahoma today, the city of Yukon. This is one of my home offices. We have one other one that is within my company in Oklahoma City. Let me get right to the point. As my father would like to say, let me get right to the point, right to the meat. The Philippine devaluation is continuous. It can only be stopped by this formula. Number one, a change of central bank governor because there is no trust with him whatsoever. His policies are simply archaic, worthless, and therefore we have to move forward. The Filipino peso is the number one problem, the number one economic problem we have in the Philippines. Right now, it is trending at about 58, 40, 50, 60, trending to 59. We want to revaluate the Philippine peso. We don't want to devaluate it even further. How does that work? Number one, we have to be an export-oriented nation. That means to say the deficit will be paid. We can buy more dollars and other currencies, including gold bars, to revaluate the Philippine peso. Next step would be the most important step. That will be to agree with the Fed Chairman, Jerome Powell of the United States of America, that the Philippines was robbed by the Del Rosario family. Excuse me, because we're getting all excited here. The Del Rosario family robbed the Philippine coffers more than 600 million US dollars and transferred it here in the United States of America, and grew it, and grew it, and grew it, and continues to rob again the Philippines. How do we stop that? It's very simple. Right now, the central bank governor, whoever he is right now, I hope we have a new central bank governor that is more presentable to the Filipino populace at large, to negotiate through my business advisory, Midwestern Business Advisors, LLC, Finance Division, to negotiate with current Fed Chairman Jerome Powell and the greatest president of all time in America today, President Donald Trump. We can focus on one thing. How do we revaluate the Philippine peso? How do we do it? Step number 2 would be to exactly tell the central bank history and how the Philippine peso was devaluated because of the family of Ben Del Rosario, former executive vice president of the GSIS. He robbed the Philippine treasury from $100 million to $600 million, including gold bars, from 1966 to 1982. There should be a negotiated figure on how to revaluate, not devaluate, the Philippine peso. Right now, we are talking about 725%. 725%. Every time you pay a banana, a ganta of rice, that should have been 725% more in value, if not for Ben De Rosario of the GSIS. Every time you go to the hospital, which is the PhilHealth is no health, you know. Eh kasi nga, sabi nga nung taxi driver na kausap ko sa Pilipinas, nung nandun ako last year, hindi man lang ako makabili ho ng amlodipine at atenolol para man lang mabawasan itong heart attack ko ho. Taxi driver na to, yun, mamamatay na naman yun. Bakit? Wala ngang halaga ang salapi ng piso. Dahil kay Ben De Rosario. Yung anak mo na gusto mong paaralin, maging doktor, hindi makapasok ng UPPGH. Bakit? Kasi kaya lang ng budget mo. Perpetual University, Medical University. Perpetual Health Medical University. What happens now? If I may say, your child will not become a good medical doctor. Because again, the peso is worthless. Kayod ka ng kayod. No? Trabaho, si trabaho, sabi nga ng tatay ko. Trabaho ng trabaho, wala na namang halaga ang piso. Wala na naman. Over and over again since 1989. Kaya alam mo naman, nagalit yung grupo ni Enrile, ni Johnny Ponce Enrile. At sabi naman ni Johnny, hindi naman ako yan, si Gringo ang nag-umpisa yan. Nagkakudeta. Endless problems. Endless problems. Andun yung kudeta ni Arroyo, ni Estrada, lahat puro kudeta. Bakit? Wala kasing halaga ang piso. Walang halaga ang piso. The solution to that is revaluation. Next step, after talking with, hopefully, Jerome Powell, if he agrees. If he doesn't agree, the way I look at it, it's fine with me. We have to talk about other currencies or other central bank governors that will agree. But I think Jerome Powell will support us. Why? Because I supported him like anything else. And I continue to support Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. Because I know he will ultimately come out with better policies versus what happened in 2024. Moving forward again, because we have very limited time, how do we revaluate, not devaluate the Philippine peso? Buy gold bars. Buy gold bars. Because whether you like it or not, we already had the gold bars. What happened during the time? Ben De Rosario again got them out of the Philippine system and put them here in North America. And that is why I am talking tomorrow morning, Monday morning, I'm sorry, because it's Saturday here right now, with a given bank, reputable bank in the United States that were shipped with these gold bars. And this is what I can tell you, especially our central bank governor. Ako po ay matagal na dito sa Estados Unidos since way back in 1989. And I'd like to be very clear on this. Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke was given all the precise documents on how to get out of the mess in 2007. Nung nawala ang Lehman Brothers, by the way, Lehman Brothers used to be owned by a Filipino by the name of Anthony Lehman, a very honorable guy, that was able to resurrect Lehman Brothers from out of nowhere. Because Lehman Brothers is a good company. It just had a very difficult CEO who did not understand corporate politics and, more importantly, government politics. He's an honorable guy, Anthony Lehman. He did not need Dick Fuld. I don't know why he had to hire him. But the bottom line is, we presented the documents to Ben Bernanke. And now Ben Bernanke tells me, through his surrogates here, tama ka pala, you're right after all. So anyway, it's so sad because you can imagine the millions and millions of Americans who suffered under Ben Bernanke. So now we would like to introduce this immediately to the current central bank governor of the Philippines to stop this quagmire, to stop this catastrophe because of stupid, worthless, pardon the expression, goddamn forsaken central bank policies. As I was telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the number one form of disaster we have in the Philippines today is intellectual bankruptcy. Nagpapanggap na wala naman pala, balik na naman sa dati. Kaya nga, I'd like to be very sure about my statements that para magkaliwanagan, wag lang sana sisirain na naman ni Ben Rosario ito, yung grupo niya. Tawagan niyo na ko. Call me up. I'd like to would translate that in the American vernacular so that the Ben Rosario group will not destroy this video all over again because they'd already destroyed 20 videos. All you have to do is call me up at 405-503-8511. I am on Viber. You go on the Viber app, call me up, and I'll tell you what you should do. Because right now, the way I look at it, all you have to do is put your money on American dollars. Para hindi ka namang masyadong maging mahirap. And a lot of people, including Filipinos right now, want to invest here because of President Trump. And B, because I'll make sure that they will be better off if they invested in the Philippines. Look what happened to Alfred T. of Metro Bank. He's doing well. Very well. Lance Gokongwei, Winco, supermarkets. It was nothing 10 years ago. Look at it now. 140 branches all over America. Doing well, not bad. And the list goes on. Lucio Tan. Masayang-masaya si Lucio ngayon kesa Pilipinas. Gago yung Central Bank Governor. The Central Bank Governor doesn't know what he's doing. Ano, you're going to follow 1970s policies? Bobo! Tarantado! Stupido! I'm sorry for those languages, but a lot of people are suffering. Big time. Marami ang namamatay dahil nga walang sigla ang piso, walang halaga ang piso. At walang long-term plan. Anong mangyayari? Wala na. However, as I said, to the group of Alejandro Altenco, which I respect a lot, we can change things overnight. Overnight. We don't have to suffer anymore. We don't have to kill each other right now because of those stupid manufacturing companies na walang ginawa kung hindi manggamit lang ng talino ng Pilipino, lalo na mga Pilipinong ilustrado na may ibubuga. to translate that in another segment because we are on a rush right now. We have to transpose this into the YouTube channel before the Ben de Rosario family will destroy it all over again. Kasi that's the problem in the Philippines. Nagrurunong-runungan. And then wala na naman. That's the main problem, really. And you know, it is, I've told this a billion times, it's honorable to resign. Hindi mo naman pala kaya ang trabaho eh. Resign, 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 resign. It's not the end of the world. Like, I know so many Filipinos who listen to me now, sabi niya, Gavin, ang salamat po, maraming salamat po. Because they're better off doing a better job. Because there are a myriad of industries. Thanks to AI, by the way, that's the beauty of AI. Because we are creating so many industries, so many jobs. Of course, the repetitive jobs of AI like administrative work will all be gone. But the flow, excuse me, because we're rushing everything, of biotechnology, medical especially, which Filipinos are so good at that. Medical, finance, stock market analysis, banking, agriculture, engineering, oh my God. And the list goes on, will just expand into other fields. Kung tirahin ako, gano'n na lang, you know. Katulad yung si Mascuñana, Manny Mascuñana, Grace del Rosario, Vicente de Herrera, at itong walang hiya na Wendell Managat, and the list goes on. And I will tell that one by one to Cristino, the Honorable Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Cristino. You know, we just want one thing. One thing. If you want to go to America, you have to be the best. Okay? Ayaw na namin dito yung mga, you know, problematic issues, you know. We want the best. Oh my God, we'll give you the VIP treatment. You have the money, so much the better. So, ang ganda sa akin, may pera na, magaling pa. Oh, masaya Amerika. Okay? That's my crowd. But hindi akong namamata ng mga makamasa sapagkat alam ko ang halaga ng masa, lalo na yung magagaling. So, you know, we have to be very clear here because grabe ang siraan dito eh. So, malaman natin kung sino yung bolero, yung sinungaling, at yung nagsasabi talaga ng tama, yung akura, yung accurate. So, America, 9 months from now, will be so big, you know, because a lot of people are saying, Donald Trump is this. No, Donald Trump is going to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, presidents for the last 100 years in America or in any part of the world. And I can attest to that. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of money, blood, supporting President Trump. Kasi grabe talaga ang problema sa Amerika. 37 trillion. 37 trillion in loss because of government inefficiencies, government stupidity, government lack of leadership, government lack of bones. And the most important, as I said, government lack of intelligence. Government lack of intelligence. And as Lito Banayo, one of the greatest columnists, would say, now I see. You, Gavin Bautista, hindi ka pala ng bobola. Lito, by the way, I saw Lito here I think in America, but I don't want to put my good friend in a spot. But, Lito, kung nagkatambayan tayo, nagkasama tayo nung panahon ni Senator Marroas, panalo sana siya. Panalo sana, pero ganun talaga politika talaga It's so dirty, Politics, Lito, is so dirty that I have no words to describe it, Because they say one thing tomorrow, all because of saying money, it's lalabas sa dyaryo and, all this fake news. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to read good news in the Philippines, you have to go to Manila Standard with Lito Banayo. He talks facts, He will not bluff you and further degrade your problematic life, because life is already so problematic. I don't want to even add more, And that's why in America, under the strong, intellectual, visionary leadership of President Donald Trump, 9 months from now, oh my God, investors will flock here. Standards of living will go up. Gasoline prices will finally go down. Inflation will be contained, and the list goes on. Because as they say in America, I like to stress this fact, the only way you can beat Donald Trump, the only way you can beat President Donald Trump is to tell a lie about him. Destroy him, shoot him, assassinate him, and the list goes on. That's the only way. And it's so sad, but that's America. You have the freedom to shoot, assassinate a great president because you're jealous about him, because you don't know what you're doing. Sad to say. But that will all be gone. That will all be melted because Americans are intelligent. Americans in general will realize, hey, President Trump is helping me. Why should I have to shoot him? Why should I have to malign him? Why should I have to tell lies? You know why? Because the other party has made a business out of the government. And as I said, I lost money, I lost friends because of this election. But it's okay with me, because I know I am doing this for the good of America, for the good of the world, and ultimately for the good of my business. And I'm just being frank with you guys. And you can just imagine the billions lost by the president. Why? Because he loves America. From his own words, I don't want to run for president anymore. I don't need this job. But America is so bad, the world is so bad, that I had to run. Same thing with this show. The objective of this show is to become prosperous. For you and me to become prosperous and not follow the Del Rosario group. And the list goes on, and it will be presented to this channel, the Prosperous Channel, one by one. In fact, the president, President Donald Trump, already has a channel. It's called the Truth Channel. A lot of people in Asia don't know about that. A lot of people in America today do not know that the #1 market of American big corporations are all in the key cities of Asia. And I can make you part of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, going back to the original statement that we had for today, to my Filipino professionals, how do we revaluate the Filipino peso? Buy more gold through the treasury funds, correct the budgetary systems, correct the monetary policies, change the central bank governor, and I will tell you right now, call me up for more particulars at 405-503-8511. I am on Viber. I hope the family of the late Ben Rosario will not destroy this video again, because obviously he wants to do that because he is a thief, he is a robber, he destroyed the reputation of America, he destroyed lives of millions and millions of Filipinos in the Philippines because of the worthless, shrinking Filipino peso from 8 pesos in 1966. Now it is on a worthless 58 going 59. Thank you, good night, and I will see you soon, and expect this in my YouTube channel.